Question on SPACs, which is really highly rated. SPAC's been coming up a lot. We talked about it in detail yesterday. Been exercising patience with our SPACs names. Curious if there's a correlation with them and the Russell 2000, or how do we think about the SPACs?
They're small. They're microcaps.
Yeah.
The only thing worse to be long during a 10% Russell 2000 drawdown, which is small caps, but really when contextualized versus SPACs, they're like mega caps.
Yeah.
SPACs are tiny. The only thing worse than being long small caps is being long microcaps. Right? So that's why people are being forced margin called to sell these things below 10. Yeah. For a full cycle investor like me, that's a gift. I mean, we were talking about this morning on FAII. So remember FBAC? Remember that? Okay. So this stock, punch it up, Jonesy. Where's FAII trading currently? Do you have that?
I will.
All right.
Get the iPhone out. It'll take me a second.
All right. Look. So we got, FBAC is what became Mountain Pass. One of the biggest calls in the last couple of years for us. It was a SPAC that de-SPACed and became a rare earths only.
9.94.
Okay, so FAII is Fortress's second coming. Drew McKnight, who runs these things, is excellent at what he does.
Also an excellent lacrosse player.
Yes. I love excellent athletes who are excellent on Wall Street because they're objective at what they do. They're self-effacing. They're, again, detail and discipline oriented. So, again, this is the second one that they got. And, they bought a company called ATI. That's in the SPAC. But you get it at what's the price?
9.94.
So, again, my memory did serve me right. It was inside of the 10, okay? So you get to buy a SPAC just like you could have bought this one where we had you buy that right around 10. It's not the same thing. The reason why people aren't excited about this is because that's, what ATI does? Physical therapy. Yeah, humans need physical therapy. This is actually, unlike Chamath's bullshit SPACs, that's actually a real company, right? Not like some little company in New Jersey, like Clover, which we'll color up the appropriate color. This has been a disaster. Or this one, open the door on the short side. Those are Chamath's shit shows, right? These are terrible. This is a real company. So what do? There's a couple things. One, you got to have some SPACs on the short side. Those are two that we have on, or at least any real hedge fund manager who's listening to the process and reading our research is short those two stocks, right? That's simple. Be long, that one if you're still long it, great, but the horse has left the barn on that. This against a basket of the shorts is the way that you want to be thinking about the SPACs. But you need an independent research team to do the work for you.
Yeah.
It's not just some guy who poses with his shirt off in front of a private jet like Chamath that's going to tell you a story that's going to get it done. What's going to get it done is what we do. Independent, hardcore research. We go both ways. We've done it for years, and that's what you really need in SPAC space. You take a big correction that came with small caps because they're micro caps, and you take advantage of it. You don't have to take the short side off. What's interesting, though, is I think when you add a basket of 5 names, 10 names, I have more than that, of the longs, what's more likely on a snapback in April is that these shorts are going to start to squeeze you because these things have been pleasing you. These things go down every day. Every day. Right? Chamath tweets less every day. It's a direct correlation to these things going down every day. Right? So that's what I think about SPACs.
Yeah, I think the point is it's SPACs in the fall and into the winter this year and into the start of 2020, everything went up, right? That's gone. It's now a stock pickers market. These are underfollowed, undercovered. That's why we have a unique advantage here. We can cover them.
Huge advantage.
The other thing is there's been a huge supply of SPACs, right? Through the first 3 months of this year, there's been, I think it's something like $90 billion in issuance in 3 months, which is more than all of last year. There are 200 SPACs in the pipeline to IPO.
Is that how many?
When those are done, there'll be 600 SPACs searching for a target. So think about that. But what you do is you go to the ones with great sponsors like Drew McKnight and Fortress that find great companies, and you do the analysis, and you can find good longs.
They already have a target. They've already announced
they have a target.
It's publicly available information. If you take the X percentage of SPACs that have not announced their target, they don't have a target. That's a lot harder. So if you're buying a basket of SPACs under 10, because that's the redemption price and you get your money back, buy the ones that are announced but not de-SPACed. right? Especially if it's a real company. Like, I don't know about you, but physical therapy, which I like to get, is going to happen more once we get to beyond 90% of Americans that are vaccinated. Because guess what? They leave their house and they get physical